Okay. Episode 2, here we go. I've fixed my vocals up a bit this time, so they should be a bit more balanced with regards to the sound of the music, and made sure that when I'm soloing an instrument, you can still hear me talk over the top of it, nice and annoying light. Anyway, right, where were we? Last time we had some drums going. Bit of a jungly type beat, and we're trying to figure out some bass sounds as well. So just mute those.
Black, are you wrong?
Yeah, I was kind of like wanting a screechy, poly-synthy kind of sound, but I'm not so sure about that guy. We might maybe just duplicate it and then mute the original and then edit this a bit. I think the problem is that the original wave is already full of a lot of harmonics, so that when we add distortion on, it just becomes a bit too busy. But we might play around with some other wavetables and see if we can fix that. So is he a lot quieter now? Hmm. Hmm. Alright, try a layer it with something. Like a pure sine, but it's like upper major third. Just make sure we copy the same amount of pitch bend. -2 plus 2, cool. Copy the note. Make this sine wave. Alright, they have to put up a few semitones. Yeah, it's getting towards that effect. What if we add the fundamental and the major third up by going like this, and we can actually specify exactly what harmonics you want to put in. No wait, better do it, maybe just literally add another oscillator. That looks like it's going to perfectly phase cancel. So we'll just change that around a little bit. Cool. Then up. Here we go. Potentially just try to distort the crap out of that. This one has some cool sounds, but I think introduces some weird phasey stuff if I do this. leave some noise. Now it's real top endy. Yeah, not that one. No. The new one that I actually bought. Well, maybe this idea is just not that good to begin with, and we should try something totally random. Kind of important to get these bass sounds, like, interesting, and, I don't know, it's kind of like one of the main focal points after the drums, right? What could we use? Maybe something from Reactor. Cool. Now, which one of these? I think it was Prism. No. Razor. That has some really cool sounds in it. I haven't quite figured out how to get their UI to do all the things I wanted to do yet. Probably some kind of lead. Let's try from the bottom. See if anything jumps out as inspiration. kind of weird. I think this goes down 2 whole octaves. Pitch bend. What's modulating the pitch bend? Or what's controlling this range? Go down to 12. Or 2. Whatever I had on the other ones. There we go. That's pretty high. Oh, they sound like together. God awful. Actually, I think that higher harmonic's too OP now. And the noise is too noisy. I wonder if I FM it by the other one just slightly. That's going to turn that down. They do something weird with this. You can't FM FM one from the other and then FM the other one from the other. I'll turn you back on there. Sick. I think this one does something interesting. Possibly just needs more voices. Definitely sounds grittier. It's got like more texture now. Sure, everyone is very much sick of hearing this sound already, but man, if you think you're sick by episode 2, you are really going to be sick of it by episode 20. Just listen to the whole thing again. Mute these guys. That's that's way too loud. I'll just chop up the going higher and the going lower. I think I'll probably just stick with the pitch bend down, but unsure where we'll come in. That's too quick. Well, if it's going to be 4 bars for the call and 4 for the response, we might be able to just have it come in somewhere way over here. Maybe I'll just add some reverb on it first. Some Valhalla thing. And send you to you. I was thinking of some, in space-wise, something redonkulously big. Cathedrals. See what this sounds like. It certainly drags on for a long time. It's kind of hard to actually hear the space when the note's playing. It's a bit weird. At least we go real big. Try the medium ones. Needs weirding. Wait, no, effect. Turn that off. Maybe some kind of interesting delay. Makes it sound phasery. I mean, that could be kind of cool as like a tail rather than just going over the top of the actual sound. Actually, I think that makes it sound thicker. And it's coming into there very loud. Is there like a gain on this? It's probably what the limit is for at the end. Wow. Could have a look for some interesting samples. I always look through my ones first to try and actually recycle the stuff I've done. A lot of acoustic stuff in here. Quite nice, but I don't know if we could... we could try and incorporate that for a challenge. No, we'd want a single note because those are all chords and they'll be way too busy, I think. Unless we like chop one off at the start. That could sound kind of cool as a chug. Putting that in the maybe pile. Not ultimately not going to live in basses because that's not a bass, but hey, it might become one. You know, that's the thing with music production. Anything can become anything, really. Sounds like good, solid life advice. Maybe you could take one of those. Woof. I heard a cool one the other day. Probably not the one called Complete Pandemonium. That might be a bit much. Yeah, this might have like a single note we can pitch down or something. I reckon maybe. Yeah, stop. Try grab that one. Oh well, how's the other one? This one. Sure it's not OTT volume. This one. Just give me this little bit. Bong. bounce this, make it its own thing. Create sampler track. Cool. Yoink. Now we can mess around with it. Let's put it back over here somewhere. So now we got our OG note. I don't actually know what note that is. Well, it automatically assigns it to the middle C, but of course that might not be the note I played originally when I made that recording. However, I have a good trick for solving this. It's called using your ears. Sounds like an F to me. So, ears and a pre-bought guitar. I should have mentioned that trick. There's 2 steps involved in that. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now, in theory, I can actually take that MIDI clip from the other one that I was annoying y'all with before and put it on here, and it should do something similar. Has the same amount of pitch bend. Nope. Hang on. I want to start this. I want to fade it in. Sample start. There we go. Happens if I chuck it down a whole octave. It's probably way too low. Kind of interesting though. I think harmonically it's got character. We like things with character. Let's give it a little bit of distortion. I'll save. Sometimes this plugin makes my system break. What was that one called? Saturation knob. Chuck a bit of the knob on, mate. I'll just loop that while I'm tinkering, rather than me having to manually keep pressing the trigger. No, that's too much. This distortion sounds like it could have potential. Interesting intermodulation. And check this guy on as well. I think, yeah, you generally layer the distortion up in stages, otherwise if one thing does too much, you just get it like turns into a mess. I think it's probably because it's got a lot of bass in it, that's what's making it sound real trippy. It's also got lots of, upper bass, I guess. Bit of sub as well. Get rid of these middle ones. This is where all like the melodic instruments like guitar and pianos usually rest. We don't want that in bass sounds. Yeah. Maybe some kind of compressor as well. But like a character one. Nah, I don't think any of these are gonna do it. This one's quite good, distortion. And get rid of the super lows after the distortion. Don't worry, we will fill the sub out later, but in a nice, controlled, clean way. Oh yeah, should we try layer it with our one that we were twonking before? Certainly sounds differenter. Yeah, what if we combine them and then process them both together, and then they might interact in some interesting, weird way? We'll call this joined key serum. Sure. Route you out there and route you out the two. So now, if I solo this, but then every insert I apply on here affects them both at the same time. What are we going to check on? Camel Crusher? Not that much Camel Crusher. Maybe some kind of multi-band processing to glue them more. What's that one called? Pro MB. That might make it feel more stuck together. Roughly where the bass stops. 3 bands, whatevs. Not as precise as it could be. It's doing quite a lot of work. Okay. So the whole thing got quiet because it's reducing the gain. Wait, that's just band 3. Turn that up some. Still sound quite dull. I feel like the lows are like quite wide. Yeah. But as always, there is a way to fix that. BX. Now, what is it called? Control something. BX Control V2. Dash the ticket. So this thing will make all the frequencies below a certain point mono. Similar to how, I guess, like a mid-side EQ, if you just did like a high pass on the sides. I'm not sure if there is actually technically a difference in how they achieve the same sounding thing. Chuck that at the end after some more distortion-y things. So it lightens it up a bit, I reckon. Also, I think it should be like a wham, not a straight you know what I mean? Wham. Like a quick go up to there. I feel like the UI for pitch bend in Cubase is just horrible. I don't know if anyone else feels this way. That's too quick. I can never get it to be that precise. Maybe I'm just a noob and not using it right. No, except we want to make it go from where the note first starts. Wow. And considering we want these to be exactly the same, just copy and paste. They still don't sound properly combined. Maybe just a straight up normal compressor. A glue compressor. It's got glue in the title, surely. I think I've got one called that. Glue, or they just have the glue option inside them. Yeah. Oh, maybe it was just bus compressor. Solid bus comp. Mix glue. Sure, all the producers watching this are probably like disgusted at how many presets I like stumble my very unthought out production sessions to. I think that feels more joined. Still feels wide. Where's one of my analyzers? Not that one. What I want. I'm going to work out how I can use my A-B comparison plugin without it also muting me, because when it's on the B and just playing other people's songs, it's obviously bypassing the mic, even though it's solo saved. But I'll have to work out exactly, a different stereo imaging plugin that I want to use, because I can't quite remember any that are good at the moment. Maybe I'll just make it on that one a bit higher. I wonder if I feed that into the reverb, whether that will be more noticeable. Probably. Where's the verb val bass? I've lost it. Huh. That's interesting. Oh, is one of them still going there independently? No, you are joint reverb. Could we call in smaller doses? But then you need to cut the lows out of here. I think this reverb is possibly unusable anyway because it's so long. We'd have to be real careful about controlling it. If I sent it to that other weird portal one. Prob's not good. Actually, dial down a bit and then suck out some of the low mids. Might not be totally rank. Could act as kind of like a very flavored delay. Yeah. All right. And the reverb. This thing's supposed to be real just diabolical. I think that's an acoustic guitar still chugging in the background at the same time. Or is it this one? Probably because it's going out, the main out. We'll come back to you, Mr. Palm Muted Acoustic Guitar. Hey now. What you doing? Actually, I'm just gonna mute this and then this, so I don't accidentally unmute it and then get annoyed by it. I was going to use some of that ridiculous vocal sample as well. Who's it you come to now, fab? Bang!
Lad, are you dumb? Are you getting retarded? That's what you get, fam. Push, yeah, lad.
Boom, boom, boom. Are you getting rude to man?
Are you dumb? Are you getting rude, man? Are you dumb? Are you getting rude, man?
That gunshot's got to be in there somewhere.
That's what you get, fam.
Whose ends you come to now?
Push, yo. Yeah, blood. Whose end you coming to now, fam?
That definitely trails off a bit. We might have to spruce that up.
Whose end you coming to now, fam?
I hope whoever made that one day sees this and tells me off for not getting the copyright cleared. And then I have to pull the song down, pull all these videos down, and it'll just be a memory in time. Unless YouTube's copyright detectory algorithm thing picks it up, and then this doesn't even get uploaded at all, and then in which case I really am talking to myself.
Whose end you coming to now?
So to quickly make this more audible, this is going to sound very...
Whose end you coming to now, fam?
Yeah, there's a lot of like noise that it's amplifying as well.
Whose end you coming to now, fam?
Well, this again, proof of concept, and then we'll tidy it up later.
Whose end you coming to now, fam?
It almost is actually like has a natural kind of rhythm that's almost in time. It's kind of cool. Where the hell am I? I think it starts there. I think the whose has to be on a downbeat. Whose ends you come to now, fam? Bang. Like, whose ends you can do now? Could squeeze that all into one bar. So that should be like whose. Oh, we'll turn the metronome on so you can hear.
Whose end you coming to now, fam?
Whose ends you come to now, fam?
Whose end you coming to now, fam? Whose end you coming to now, fam?
Almost. It's kind of on the
Whose
opposite.
end you coming to now, fam? Whose end you coming to now, fam?
Not quite.
Whose end you coming to? Whose end you coming to now, fam?
Maybe.
Whose end you coming to now, fam?
Nah. Yeah. Sounds too disorganized. I will have to chop this up into the words, which might be round about here. I don't know. But we can always adjust. Nothing is permanent. We want this to be ends. And this is whose. Go away. Whose. That's a bit long. That's short. It might be that the source was just like too far away and there's like, yeah, like the consonants and stuff will be chopped off and it could be borderline unusable. Because it's like, and you. But that would have to be like. That ends feel slow. Speed it up. And it starts too slow as well. I think it would sound cool as like a kind of like a loop there on who and you come down, fam. Again, this is quiet, so I have to add some quick and dirty distortion. Really need to pre-build me like a vocal processing chain that I can just quickly slap on stuff. Yeah, you can hear like all that just in the background. Probably because the OTT is really bringing it out. Might be able to do some quick repair work with an EQ. Get rid of the muck. And then the extremes at the other end. And then just boost where it sounds like most locally. Might be in here somewhere. Even if you can't hear what he's saying, it might just add like, I don't know, something that sounds a bit sort of undistinguishably cool. I think it needs to be on the one before. Yeah, more like a dun 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 dun. Maybe it was that one. Oops. Redo. I think I'm thinking of whose is on the one before. So that might make more sense in my mind. Oh, I've gone over my allotted hour. Have we made any progress today? Feel like kind of. We made some new sounds that might be usable.
Lad, are you dumb? Are you getting rude to man?
Blah. Hang on. Let's just unsolo. Turn off the metronome. Boom. Something's gonna happen. Something's taking shape. Alright. Cool. It's getting late. It's a school night. Thanks for watching again, guys. I'll see you on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Episode 3. More mucking around.